Good morning, Niagara. You're tuned to Car Connection, where the coffee's hot, the tools are ready, and the talk is always tuned up. I'm your host, Niall Motormouth Jenkins, coming to you straight from the Car Connection workshop, where we mix a little humor, a little know-how, and a whole lot of horsepower. Here, it's not just about fixing cars. It's about keeping you rolling, saving you money, giving you the confidence to understand what's under that hood. From the classics to the commuters, to the weird noises, and to the what the heck moments, we've got you covered. So grab your coffee, sit back, join the crew, because this is Car Connection, your Monday through Saturday morning pit stop for stories, smarts, a few good laughs. And I'm Niall Motormouth Jenkins, and we are shifting into drive this morning, a brand new week ahead of us. Did you survive the weekend? If not, you got a week to practice, and we're back into the weekend. So hang in there. Grab your cup of joe if you're just heading through the drive-through. Check your order. Remember, it is Monday, and we just came out of a weekend. So, the switch might not be fully on just yet. So check your order, lock it down in your cup holder, and in just a few moments, we'll enjoy a swiggy together. If you're joining us for the very first time, welcome aboard. We've been waiting for you. Where have you been? Well, we're glad you're here. You're going to need a couple of housekeeping tips. 16-pack Crayola crayons, and get yourself a nice, freshly pressed leaf bag. Yeah, that's what we call the Car Connection laptop. Yeah, it works perfect for taking notes. So if you have a co-pilot this morning, get them to take notes for you as you're scooting down the road. Keep one eye on the road, one eye on your beverage, and make it a safe day as you head out and begin a brand new work week. Well, we have a great topic for you this morning. You ready for it? Bringing on the heat. Yeah, we'll have the morning, the daily, I should say. It is morning. It sure is. It's, morning comes early. That's what I've figured out. The days are long and the nights are short. And the whole planet's tired. Someone said that to me the other day. I'm tired. I go, oh, just you? The whole planet's tired, buddy. Yeah, just hang in there. It's all going to happen for you. Well, special good morning to each and every one of you that's joining us for the very first time. We love our first-time callers, and there's lots that you're going to need to learn. There's almost 150 podcasts for you to check into. Yeah, tomorrow marks 150. We're halfway through the second season. So coming up, if you don't know about our Car Connection Business Network website, you're going to need to have that housekeeping as well, because on the homepage, that's where everything we talk about lives, on the homepage of our website. It's the biggest drawer in our toolbox. So on our homepage, you'll find all the logos for all the recommended businesses that are partners with us. Not all of them are program partners, but they're there for you to take advantage. Don't take advantage of them. Take advantage of their profession and what they do in the products and goods and services that they offer. These are people I've known for a long time. They're not just fresh right out of the box. They've come along with us and been along with us for a decade or more, some of them for more than a decade. And when we were making the change up from being on radio networks for 31 years, switching over to digitals, now with a whole lot more ways to watch and listen and engage. So for you to connect with our program partners and recommended businesses, click on their logo on the homepage, and then you'll get to meet them. And thank you for giving them your business, not giving them the biz. You know what I'm saying? Give them your business, all right? But not the biz. Thank you so much. Top right-hand corner of the homepage is all the platforms that you can find us on and engage with us. Our YouTube is there. YouTube, Instagram, Facebook, Stevensvilleontheweb.ca. I'm going to be in the Dunk Tank on June the 6th in Stevensville at the Cadets Hall or Lions Club Hall, whatever it is. come out and see us on the 6th of June. That's when we're going to be there. That is Spring Fest. So that's our first on location for 2026. And we have a lot of work to do between now and then to get ready for that. So I'm going to officially be helping them to fundraise and sit in the dunk tank throughout the day. But I will be there for the entire duration. So come on out and see us. All the instructions will be found for you, or you can find them. Yes, you can find the instructions and all the details at stevensvilleontheweb.ca. We are listed as a professional there. Our Skippy, our videographer, put that site together many years ago to connect the local businesses to the community. So it's kind of like a really cool communal website where you can get to know the businesses in the area, in the Stevensville area. My pops has lived out there almost 42 years now. That's where the zoo is as well, so you can check in with that. I think they have the season's passes still on sale. But we'll see you June the 6th, downtown metropolis of Stevensville. Look for the dunk tank, and Orange Crush will be there with us. So, yeah, you won't be able to miss Orange Crush. Probably be the only brightest orange vehicle convertible there. So come out and see us there. What else do we have? We have our online merch store, which is put together by Freedom Expressions. They are a part of the Total Freedom Addictions campuses in Darien Center, New York, and they have a number of businesses that they run on the campus that helps those going through the addiction course and getting a new life, getting them back into the working field as well. So they get an opportunity to work in some of the businesses they've created on site to help them navigate their way back into the world. It's so cool. They have put together a campus, Darien Center, New York, where they're completely self-sufficient. They get no funding from outside, so they've created ways to be able to create their own funding. They have an automotive repair shop called Freedom Automotive. They have professional chefs in the commercial kitchen in the fellowship hall. That there's a takeout window where you can order ahead of time, pull up and get your created meal just for you by the master chefs there. And the list goes on and on. They have a boutique, they have a candle factory, and that's where all our merchandise is created, and merchandise created for many businesses around the Buffalo, New York, and surrounding areas. How cool is that? And we can support them by get into our store, our online store, grab yourself some Motormouth Car Connection merch, and join Skippy and I supporting Total Freedom Addiction Campuses, Canada and USA. And let's help those who've made the decision this week to be the week where they break free from their addiction and grab hold of that new life that waits for them at Total Freedom Addiction Campuses. So that's our Monday morning wake up for you to get a better idea. And you can check in and visit Total Freedom by clicking on their logo on the homepage of our website. And I would highly recommend that you do that to take a look at what goes on there. It is so cool. And they have a massive car show, and vendors come in from all over. And again, all the funds go to make sure that they don't turn anyone down. Someone needs to be there. They're ready to be there. They'll get them there. And it's not a program. It's a process that they go through. And when they come out the other side, say goodbye to that addiction. Say hello to a brand new life. So let's jump in this morning. Let's thank our program partner, Niagara Block at 5000 Montrose Road, Niagara Falls, for bringing us our morning swiggy. That's important. Let's get that done. They've been building Canada since 1931 with building supplies. They create all kinds of designer blocks that you see on the outside of buildings, from just plain old cinder blocks to fancy stuff. Wow, incredible. metal supplies, rebar, angle irons, all those building supplies are readily available to you. Interlocking brick. And if you're looking to create that beautiful outdoor space for yourself where you can hang out with your peeps, they can do that. They have all the landscaping materials. They're just absolutely outstanding. They also have the slate to create a slate walkway. Amazing. We have one, and it's beautiful. It still looks like the day they put it in, and it's just amazing. Absolutely stunning. So allow them to help you along with that. We want to thank Dave and Dan and Kathy Grimo for doing what they do there. Kathy has a list of contractors that she can refer you to. So if you're looking to create something, build something, she can line you up with a contractor that you can count on to estimate the job, put the all the information together, the details, get it started, and finish it, and you're going to love it. So on 3, 2, 1, this is how we do it. So if you're just joining us, whatever your morning beverage is, it's okay with us. It could be a smoothie, could be something green and slimy. Hey, whatever it is that works for you, whatever floats your boat, good enough for us. 3, 2, 1. Oh, yeah, that's good. I think we can sneak another one. It is Monday. All right, let's do it. Oh, that's good there. That's jammed Indy, as they say. Just simply marvelous. Simply marvelous. Well, let's see what the daily weather looks like, brought to us by our certified financial planning professionals, Tony Miele, Larry Tetro. 50 years experience as fiduciaries. They both work with IG Wealth Management. If you've got a portfolio, you've got debt, you don't have any estate planning done, or you think you do, but you might not, that needs to be reviewed for sure. If you have kids at home, young adults 18 years or over, are you their health proxy? You don't know what that is? Well, you need to find out. It's very important. Mortgages, life insurance, critical illness insurance, it's all available to you. And a discovery meeting that we have nicknamed since 2007, the Hour and a Coffee, is available to all you Car Connection listeners. So, and you can leave your wallet and your purses at home. They're not going to sell you anything. It's a discovery meeting. Sit down and find out where you are and where you'd like to be. And then you can move forward with a game plan to actually get you there. And that's how it works. I've known these guys for over 20 years. They're my brothers from other mothers, and that's what we laugh about all the time. But they have been my personal financial planners for over 20 years, so I'm speaking from the heart. It's not a sales pitch. Folks, if you're not happy with where you are, or you're not understanding any of those things that I just talked about, or you're a young couple, you've got children at home, you have none of that put together, now would be the time. Now would be the time to get that done. So connect. Click on their logo for either Tony Miele or Larry Tetro and book that discovery meeting. You can do it by Zoom, phone call, in the boardroom in St. Catharines, in a coffee shop, at your home, in a box, with a fox, whatever it takes. The guys will do it. And they don't need any more clients, just so you know. The only reason they're doing this is they want to give back to those who are ready and they need a hand. They need a hand up, not a handout, and get you going in the right direction and get you back up on your feet. So take advantage of their generosity and giving you an hour of their time to get you organized and get back up on your feet. Well, today's weather, are you ready for it? Here it comes. She's a beauty. She's a beauty, Jimmy. Yeah, I think you're going to like this. I do. I like it already. I like it a lot. 43 degrees right now and clear as a bell. You can see every star in the sky out here along the south shores of Lake Erie because we don't have all the booming city lights. You can see every star in the sky this morning. Wind is making it feel colder, about 40 degrees. Cloudy conditions from 12 p.m. to 1 p.m. today, with partly cloudy conditions expected around 1 p.m. Today's temperature range, you ready for this? 42 degrees to 70 degrees Fahrenheit. It's going to feel like, with the wind along the south shores here, the Great Lake Erie, 39 degrees to 69 degrees. You like apples? How about them apples? Precipitation today, 0. Bupkis, nada, zilch. We're liking that because that gets us closer now to the 30-day fuel savings challenge, which will put a minimum. You do the work, I'll coach you, and in 30 days minimum, bare minimum, you'll put $100 back in your pocket. Now imagine 2 people in your household running the same 30-day fuel savings challenge. That's $200. That's $2,400. So any one of you going to have your boss tap you on the shoulder and go, "You've been an amazing team player, young lady, young man. We're giving you a $2,400 raise." Boom. You fall off your chair. Whoa. Really? No, not really. You have to bring it on. So it's a 2-part series. If you do both 30-day fuel savings challenges back to back, you could very easily put $200 back in your pocket. Maybe you could apply that to some debt load you're carrying. Maybe set it aside to do maintenance on your vehicle. Imagine that. Preventative maintenance. That's where it's at. How long would your car last if you actually followed a proper maintenance plan? Well, we're just on the back door of launching the promo page on our website. I just got the intel on Friday from our webmaster. I've got to look at the page and give them some last-minute details, and that's going to be posted this week. So stay tuned. If you're just tuning into our Motormouth Morning podcast for the very first time, we've built a laminated, reusable fleet maintenance system that makes it simple for you, no matter what age group, older, younger, wider, taller, it doesn't matter. Excuses are useless. The fleet maintenance system is so easy to follow. If I wrote a grocery list and gave you some money, would you come back? No, I'm just saying, would you come back with the stuff on the list? I'm sure you would. That's how easy it is. So if you can do that and chew gum and walk at the same time, you're in good shape. You're all in. You can take charge of your vehicle's maintenance, and it doesn't matter how old your car is. And I'm going to tell you this every single day when I remember to remind you, if you have an older car, it doesn't matter what it's worth curbside, folks. It doesn't matter how many kilometers are on it. It just doesn't matter. It doesn't. If your neighbor's got a hard time with that, or someone else saying, well, what do you should get rid of it. It's older. You're going to be putting parts into it. Oh, you don't put parts into a new car? Have you looked at the track record so far for 2026 on the vehicles that have been created, and they just have the ultimate problems? Yeah, from engine to transmission. You don't put any parts into a new car? Come on. You can't listen to that outside stuff. I've listened to it for so long, my ears are numb. I don't even think I have any ears. They're gone. I get that all the time. And then I get people go, "What year is that?" And when I tell them, they go, "Wow, that thing's awesome." I go, "Yeah, I keep it in a hermetically sealed bag every night." You do? No, just jamming it to you. You got to put effort in. So it doesn't matter how old that vehicle is. If it's solid and it has a strong structural foundation, you're in good shape. Everything else is maintainable. All you have to do is have that mindset. We got to take care of this. Treat it as though it's the last vehicle you're ever going to be able to afford to purchase. Last one. And change your mindset on that. So that's coming up. We're seeing that come to fruition. There'll be special pricing for those who are subscribed to our YouTube channel, and you'll have to pay full pop if you're not. So, yeah, we've got a good deal coming up. Great deal. So if you, like me, want to keep your vehicle as long as possible, and I don't care if the odometer stops working, because mileage doesn't matter, because I can still calculate my maintenance by time. See how it works? Time and or mileage is how you navigate your way through vehicle preventative maintenance, or whether it's a piece of machinery. You navigate it the same way. Machinery has hour meters on it, so they're measured for maintenance by hours. Tractors, all that stuff, bulldozers, diggers, excavators, they're all, and even one of my favorites, the wood chipper. Oh yeah, or the stumper. I worked on a stumper one time that was working in Gage Park in Hamilton, and the cutter on this thing was 10 feet in diameter, and you stood on a platform up above this whizzing disc that would go back and forth and just rip these roots and the stump of the tree apart like butter. Incredible. That was, I don't know why I went there, but that one also had an hour meter. That's where I was going. It was measured. Maintenance was measured by the hours. Apparently they hit a rock, sheared off all the bolts that hold that great big 10-foot disc in, and my job was to replace those bolts and get that 10-foot disc mounted back to the driving mechanism. It was crazy. That was an interesting job. Well, let's jump in this morning. Say thank you to Earl and Louise Grant. If anyone you know is in the market for a vehicle, listen up. This is the place you got to get to. Why? Because you can buy with confidence and be treated with nothing less than honesty and integrity. Earl and Louise Grant have been in the pre-owned automobile business, resale business for almost 25 years now. Their Greater Toronto Area's premier pre-owned auto store. Fair prices, quality vehicles, low mileage. And I'll tell you, we used to do Car of the Week, and when Louise would send me the picture and I'd print it off and I'd be looking at the car and going, that thing doesn't look like it's even been used. That's what Earl picks. They have the resources to find that specific vehicle you're looking for. Let them do all the legwork. In-house leasing and financing. And I'll tell you what, you'll meet a brand new family. You won't want to leave there once you go. You'll like, can I stay overnight? Can we have breakfast together? Yeah, you will be well loved there and well taken care of. So you can send anyone you know to City Auto Sales and Leasing to meet Earl and Louise Grant. And I'll tell you what, you'll be able to sleep a whole lot better, because there's a lot of lipstick on pigs and skunks and mink coats on corner car lots that absolutely eat your bank account alive. Yeah, so don't go there. Just don't open that door. And buying a vehicle privately, that's even creepier yet. In the world we live in, it's creepy. Even creepy for me. I haven't bought one for quite a while now, but people bring them to me. That's what happens. They bring me stuff. Can you take this kitty? I'm not a cat lover. Please, just take the kitty. All right, I'll take the kitty. I'll take the kitty. So people bring me cars because they know I'll take care of them. If they want to, they don't have anybody to pass it on to. They'll bring it to me because they know it'll have a good life. It really, really will. We will love on it and be the next caregiver. So let's jump into the topic this morning before we get spinning in another orbit completely. I just snuck another swiggy without you looking. Yeah, so just one more piece. Just one more thing. Just pick one more donut, please. Oh, okay. I can do that. I'll take that one. The chocolate, double chocolate with the chocolate sprinkles on. And rustle me up a hot cup of coffee, too, if you don't mind. Here's the thing. Checking analytics late yesterday afternoon, heading into a brand new work week here in the Car Connection studios. Yeah, we got a problem. We got a problem on our YouTube channel. Skippy and I are working our absolute tails off, and I'm British. I don't have a bum, so I can't work it off. It's gone already. Might have something to do with the number of times I got a whooping. Yeah, wouldn't have anything to do with that I don't have a bum. I'm bumless. We have 95% of you that are enjoying our YouTube videos, and we have almost 400 items up there for you to enjoy. Whether you know a little bit about automobiles or you don't know the difference between a parking lamp and a tail lamp, it's just fine. You will learn all that stuff on our YouTube channel because you learn 5 things in every video. What it is, where it is, how it works, how it breaks, and some of the basic fundamentals of vehicle ownership that will help you save thousands, not hundreds, thousands of dollars just by learning the basics. And we ran women's service clinics for a number of years, and it got out of control. I couldn't keep up with it. Like, I could have done that full time, but I had, program partners, meeting with companies, and all kinds of stuff going on behind the scenes that make this program happen. It doesn't happen on its own. So many of you are enjoying the videos, but 95% of you aren't even subscribed. Do you know what that means to an online influencer? It's very frustrating, and it's discouraging because you're working and putting hundreds and hundreds of hours in. I work about 82 hours a week, every week. I'm up at 4 a.m., and I head off to the snack pack about 8 o'clock in the evening. And I'm up at 4. Skippy will be here this morning at 7 bells. We'll have coffee, go over our video shoots, and away we go. And the day is spent editing and putting new videos together for you. We're very conscious about your time, so we try and squeeze the segments down to no more than about 20 minutes. And that includes, the details of the video as well as the video itself. If out of 95% of you that are not subscribe today, you'd push us over the top so we'd actually be able to get monetized so we could do more, reach more people, and pay for parts for those who are struggling right now. Not only put in the time for free and get a video to put up for all of you to learn from that experience, but also be able to pay for the parts and get more involved in more fundraisers, by able to participate. So please consider what that means for any influencer, not just me, but any influencer you're enjoying their knowledge for free. I'm going to put that in there because I've been on radio for 31 years, now 32 on the digitals, and I'm going to be bold enough to say there's only 2 people in the world. There's only 2. And this comes from my professor, who is my mentor. There's only 2 people, he would say, in the world, Motormouth. And I go, really? He goes, yeah, givers and takers. And you have to decide what arena you're going to stand in. Are you a giver or are you a taker? Is it all about you? Or do you put your eyes on someone else and help them out? So if you're getting the knowledge and the information from the online influencers, whatever platform it is, the best form of flattery that you can give them is to make sure that you're doing the little things for them. Like, subscribe, share, follow, leave a comment, encourage them. Leave an encouraging comment. That's all. Nothing big whatsoever. Just those tiny little things would really encourage those people that are giving their knowledge away for free. And I make sure that I do that every single time, whether I'm clicking on a thumbnail. I'm very good now at spotting clickbait, and to all those people that are doing that to make money on YouTube, shame on you. That's all I got to say about that. I'll leave that parked right there. Shame on you. People are giving away some fabulous knowledge. And when I watch them, I make sure I leave a comment. I make sure I do a like and a share. because I know that helps them. And if we want them to be able to continue to provide that information for us, we need to take a moment to do that. We really, really do. So this is a little bit of a public service announcement from yours truly, Niall Motormouth Jenkins. I'm here for you. I'm not here for the car manufacturers. I'm not here for the parts providers. I'm not here for the salesmen. I'm here for you, to help you navigate your way owning and operating an older automobile. Keep that sucker going forever. And you can. Yes, you can. I do it. You can do it. And I'm teaching you what I know every single week. I'm teaching you by video, on our Instagram, on Facebook. That's where we're kind of act like idiots there. That's where the bloopers and the reels are. Thanks to Skippy putting that together, giving you guys a good laugh on me, of course. And that's okay. That's okay. My neighbors think I'm kind of weird, so they just stay away pretty much. They just kind of peek once in a while. I see them. I see you there, peeking and having a look, see what I'm up to. I was up to stuff yesterday, late afternoon, and getting ready for video shoots today. So you're going to see more FJ Cruiser. It's coming together now, sort of, kind of, maybe. But it's heading for 400,000 kilometers. 2007. I bought that vehicle December 27th, 2013. From the original owner. And it's all, you know how I keep it going? It's all about caregiving. That's all it is. So let's jump in this morning. So enough said on that. Thank you to all those who maybe I pricked your heart a little bit this morning. Help all the influencers that you're watching on YouTube. All. If you're enjoying their content, give them a like. Give them a share. Do the little things that don't seem to matter too much, but it's huge. It's huge. It takes a lot of time, effort, and energy to build those videos. And for many of them, it's not a hobby. They're doing it to help you. And what we can do to help them to grow. And don't say, here's the problem. My professor would always say, no one wants you to get to one more rung higher than they are. That's the problem with the world. Your neighbor doesn't want you to get a new car until they get one first. This is the thing. We need to be cheerleaders to everyone. I like to see the underdog win. And if I can give them a push to help them win, I'm going to give them a push. It has nothing to do with what's in it for me. And that's what Car Connection's been about for 32 years now. There's nothing really in it for me. I don't need another pen, pencil, or whatever. I don't. If I never got another single thing, I'm absolutely 100% content. I've worked hard for everything that I've been blessed with, and I don't take it for granted. But if I can do something to push somebody else up, remember this. My professor taught us this as well. A rising tide raises all the ships. Be an encourager to those around you, even the ones that suck, okay? I know. I've worked with those people. There's only 9 of them, but the problem is they drift around in this world. Is be good to them. Be good to them. You catch more flies with honey than you do vinegar. All right, so now your lesson this morning. That one's over. No, just remember those little things. Doing the little things for people. The little things. I watch a couple of YouTube channels where the fellas go and they cut the grass that's like a forest and clean the person's home up. It's usually a senior, somebody who's, they got no money. They're going to take their house away from them. That just breaks my heart that they would do that and somebody would call the cops on them and the cops showing up saying, what do you think you're doing, blah, blah, blah. and they're giving. They're giving of themselves. That is so cool. Be a giver, not a taker. Okay, bring it on the heat. And looking at the long range forecast, we're moving in the right direction. I mean, we're almost out of April. I mean, this week, this is it. This is the end of April this week. Friday is May the 1st. Could that be May Day? It could be. It could be. May the 4th be with you is coming. And then Cinco de Mayo. We got a busy May coming up. Lots of things going on. Oh, and Mother's Day. Right around the corner. So fellas, do something nice for your little woman and your mom. I don't have my mom with me anymore, but she's in my heart. But the weather is coming. We're moving in the right direction, heading into May. Looking at the long-range forecast right now on the weather phone, we're in good shape. So we've got some time to continue to prep, and that's why I titled this morning's program "Bringing on the Heat." The heat is coming, and when it kicks into high gear, here's what I know about automobiles and machinery. Heat becomes the 100% absolute enemy. And if your vehicle's not prepared for it, I'll tell you what. This is the thing. You can push every component on your vehicle as far as you want, but at some point you're going to pay the piper. It is that simple. It's not a hard formula. If you want to see just how much time you can get out of a component, you know, a lot of times when that component fails, it takes something else out. And again, that $200 repair turns into a $5,000 repair, and your vehicle's on its way to the You Pull It wrecking yard. That's where it's going to go. 100%. Because you're not going to have the money to fix it. But here's what else happens in today's economy. You don't have the money to replace it. So now what? What do you do next? That's what I'm talking about. You got to have the plan. It's not that we plan to fail. It's that we're so stupid, we fail to plan. And we do it over and over and over again. And then we're chasing the mighty buck instead of calling the dollars home, like some of my millionaire friends say is, you know what? You talk to them and you won't even know that they're loaded, that they got the bucks. And they could bail you out in any situation, but they won't. And the reason why? And I asked them one time, I said, you could make that go away in a heartbeat, couldn't you? Yep, but I won't. I said, because you'll not learn something from it. You won't. You'll become dependent. He said, and I asked him, I go, like, what was it like making your first million? He goes, I thought it just about killed me. But my second million was easy. And I got to thinking about cars, and I'm going, if you looked at cars the same way, keeping that current one that you have is going to take some effort. But when it comes time to move that one out and get into the next one, it's going to be so much easier. It'll be smooth sailing because you'll know all the pitfalls. And that's what he said. He goes, there were a lot of pitfalls, a lot of setbacks, a lot of discouragement, a lot of what the heck am I doing moments. But when we finally got there, we figured out everything what not to do and everything to do and make sure you do it. So that comes back to your automobile. Is if you learn how to take care of the one that you presently have and do a really good job of it and learn the pitfalls and learn the things that make it easier to keep that vehicle going long term. Like I said before, I don't look at mileage because I know my services by time. So mileage, I don't need to know that really at all. I go by time. So, and that's how I monitor my own maintenance on everything. It's time versus mileage. So if you learn the pitfalls of owning the automobile that you presently have and the effort it takes to keep it going, then the next one will be a whole lot easier because you already know the pattern. Repeat. I did a podcast not that long ago. You might want to listen to it. Rinse and repeat. That's exactly it. That's the formula. If you can wash your own hair, you're there, man. You got this thing licked. You got it. Rinse and repeat. That's what we do. You know, when I'm looking in shop manuals, looking up a procedure, and I've always loved this. You get right to the end, and you go, okay, so now what? Reverse the removal procedure. That's all it says. Every time, reverse the removal procedure. You've done the procedure step by step to get the thing taken apart. Now you just got to reverse what you did. Go the opposite direction. Reverse the removal procedure. Here's the problem that we have with heat. Heat is the absolute enemy to anything, whether it's machinery, whether it's a device you're using in your home. Heat is what destroys it. Except for if it's a stove or an oven and you're making an awesome 3-cheese pizza or mac and cheese. The heat is not the enemy. Heat is your friend. Yes, absolutely. But on automobiles and machinery and any kind of device that you even plug in, heat is the enemy. That's what takes it apart. So what do we have to know? We got to know how to be ready for that heat. That's exactly what we have to do. We got to be ready for the heat, because that is when mechanical failures, the mechanical failure rate increases immensely. In other words, that's when it's going to happen. If it's going to happen, it's going to happen when it's steaming hot outside. Those components that have been kind of teetering on the edge of letting you know, I'm fed up, I'm done here, it's over, she's singing. That's when it's going to happen. And that's when catastrophic failure happens. So we don't want to get there, because that will definitely put your vehicle in the you pull it wrecking yard. Exactly. Because the expense to fix it is way beyond the money you have in your bank account. But again, people are discovering in this economy, a large majority of the population in Ontario is only less than $200 away from bankruptcy. And that information comes from our planners, not from me. In fact, last time I spoke with Larry Tetro, CFP, Certified Financial Planning Professional, he says, Niall, it's worse than that. So we got to help each other. And that's what I'm here for. I'm here to let you know you don't need to go in the hole for a car. You just don't. You just need to learn how to take better care of the one that you have and treat it like it's the last one. The last one you're ever going to be able to pay and buy it. But when you treat it like it's a throwaway Tim's cup after you've finished the bevy, then you know what? You're not learning a darn thing. You're learning nothing. Absolutely nothing. I've taken so many vehicles from people that have just dumped them off like a cat, a stray feral cat, and brought it back to life for like less than $1,000. Cheapers. People blow that kind of money on the weekend of retail therapy. $1,000. If you got to put $1,000 into a car to bring it fully back to life, it's worth it. All day long, it's worth it, because you're not playing the car game. You're winning it. You're owning. And you can own the car game if you just follow what I'm telling you, because I know it works. And how do I know? 44 years of experience. I'm still doing the same thing. What do? Rotate the pattern. I don't have to reinvent anything. Rotate the pattern. Start again. And that's why I've revamped the car connection maintenance, fleet maintenance system, to teach you rotate the pattern. What do you do next? Rotate the pattern. What do I do next? Rotate the pattern. That's it. That's how you win at the car game. Instead of getting a second job, going out there, buying a vehicle, spending the money that I can't even believe people are willing to spend on an automobile. Dear God in heaven, take me to the U-Pullet yard. I'll select my next one and drag it back to the shop, and I'll use that for the next 10, 15 years. Keep in mind, our 07 FJ Cruiser, how old is that? Put it in the comments. How old is that vehicle? Do the math. Must have got a good one. Anyhows, going to see a couple more videos on that and to get the motor back together. And it's not because it broke. Preventative maintenance. The alternator broke. That's what got the whole thing started. And then while I'm in there and I got to take everything apart, it's, we can do this, and then put it all back together. And that whole area now has been upgraded. Just do it. It's far cheaper than making one car payment. Just one. So instead of getting a second job, third job, just to make a car payment, pay principal and interest, get off that hamster wheel. You know, the run, jump off, lick the ball, get a pellet, jump back on. That's insanity. So getting back to high temperatures. High temperatures bring the opportunities for and increase the chance of mechanical failure. That's what happens every single time. If there's any components where whatever fluid it is that is there it's supposed to protect it from catastrophic failure is degraded to the point where it's really not adding any protection, that's when that component will fail. That's when hoses will fail. That's when transmission lines, soft transmission lines will fail. That's where engines fail, transmissions fail. All these components are not maintenance free, and we've talked about that so many times, but we're not getting it. Your whole vehicle is not maintenance free, and I don't care what salesman's speaking. Just remember, when their lips are moving, they're lying. And I don't disrespect them. They got to sell a car to feed their family. But you know what? It's called profitability is not a dirty word if it's been come by honesty and integrity. And where it's not done honestly, that's where I get my hair standing on end. I don't like that. I don't like that method whatsoever. Profitability is not a dirty word if it's come by with honesty, 100% honesty and integrity. Right? Honest days work for an honest day's pay, period. So right now is the perfect time to prepare and get it right. Because if there's anything on your automobile, any fluid that's not protecting the component because it's worn out, it's gone moldy, it's done. Now is that time to really put your best foot forward. Give your service tech a list and say, I want you to go over the entire thing. I want wheels off, brakes fully inspected, and a full report. Under the hood, every fluid known to mankind tested, checked, and verified whether it can remain in service or it needs to be changed. Belts and hoses. They may not sound that important, but you blow a hose on the 401 in the steaming heat, you got engine and transmission problems developed from that. It can take those two components out, either or both, from super overheating, because those components rely heavily on your vehicle's cooling system. If the cooling system has any weak spots, when you turn on your vehicle's air conditioning, it pulls away another 15-25% horsepower from your engine. That causes your engine to run hotter. So if the cooling system's got weakness, when you're running that AC, you're cooking the engine, you're cooking the coolant, and if you have an automatic transmission, you're cooking the transmission all at the same time. So that's why I'm giving you a heads up, folks. Treat this vehicle that you have right now, and if it's paid for, you are in primo position aside from others that are making payments, large payments. I still can't get over that. It was $67,000 for a Jeep. 58.4, right in the showroom. When I saw the big numbers, I basically, if somebody would have snapped a picture, I'm sure my jaw was open. Because I stood there for a number of minutes looking and going, $58,400. I would rather have some land before I buy that, because that is going to depreciate. So I'm thinking in my mind, and I'm adding the numbers up, and I'm going, what would that be with PDI, shipping, freight, and all the bells and whistles to get it out the door, and tax? And I did a podcast on that, so you can go back and check that out. That was in season 1. It was like $67,000. And then you got 7 years to pay for it. What do you think's left of that thing in 7 years if you don't change the way you look at your automobile? If you want to change some things in your life, you've got to change some things in your life. Do you want to always be paying for an automobile? It's not necessary. It absolutely is not necessary. So bringing on the heat, it's coming. We're seeing the thermometer rising. Heat is the enemy. As the temperatures rise, the risk of mechanical failure increases, and the time is now to prepare and get it right. Any areas of weakness in your automobile, as soon as we hit 80 degrees, it'll be all over, except the crying. Things are going to start to rear their ugly heads in a hurry, and you don't want to lose a vehicle in an economy where you're just hanging on by your fingernails. That just doesn't make sense. That adds insult to injury. So before you buy that next weekend pizza and wings and beer fest, you might want to take a look at where could that money be best used instead of. Pay into the important things. Learn how to make a pizza at home. Learn how to do a couple of pounds of wings at home and save a ton of money. That's how you do it. You got to look at the areas where you're wasting money and discover how you can still have those times, but slice the price of it in half or 2/3 off and do it yourself at home and put money into what matters. That automobile should be treated like gold, because unless you have a super big fat bank account and you're dropping hundreds as you're walking, you're just like the rest of us. We all put our shoes and socks on exactly the same every day. But it's not the money that you make, folks. It's the money that you get to keep that really matters. Yeah, knowing how much you're making, what's coming in, what's going out, where's it going, that's a plan. That's a plan that will pay you back forever. Forever. Just sit down and talk to someone who's a millionaire. 2, 3, 4 times over. They'll tell you. Ask them, how'd you do it? They'll tell you. They look for ways that they can call the dollars home. Instead of chasing the dollars, you call them home. They come to you. Look for ways that you can save money. Do it yourself. Instead of going out spending $200 for a meal, could you make that $50 from your own table and still have a good time? Sometimes you got to take a good look at what's coming in and what's going out. Where's it going? Where are you bleeding dollars? And make some changes. And then things change. I'm in your corner. So make it a great Monday morning. It's a brand new week. We've got May Day coming up. A brand new month. Temperatures rising. And the coffee's hot. What more can you ask for? Not too much. check out Crystal Ridge Dream Center. They've got a number of fundraisers running right now. Beef dinner. That's in Ridgeway at the Lions Club. The Lions are putting that on for Crystal Ridge Dream Center as a fundraiser, and it's going to be delicious, I'll tell you that. So if you don't get your ticket now, it'll be sold out. I got my ticket on Friday, I think it was. I got my ticket for that roast beef dinner. It's $25, and all the proceeds go to Crystal Ridge Dream Center, serving men, women, children, meals, love, and hope, changing lives one at a time in the Niagara region. They receive no outside funding whatsoever. They are responsible in order to put all the programs on that they run for the kids. They feed the kids after school every day of the week. They have after-school programs, help them with their homework. They play mind-expanding games with them to stimulate their little minds. And they're there to mentor them, love on them, and also feed them. And they feed hot meals out the door Tuesdays and Fridays. And it's literally like almost 300 meals per. So if you can help them out in any way, there's also got a vintage record album sale coming up in June. But all that's posted on their website, so you can get all the details by just clicking on their logo on our homepage at carconnectionbusinessnetwork.com. So till tomorrow morning, be safe out there. Keep it under 100. Keep an eye on the other guy. Healthy, happy motoring to you, and peace, patience, and kindness always. We'll see you in the next one. Come back for another edition of Motormouth's Morning Drive. I'm in your corner, always. Bye for now.